Yo, everybody. Yo, this is your boy, King Lion. And welcome to the Dual A channel. I'm I'm pissed, I'm angry, and I'm fucking upset. You guys know I don't make videos talking about relationships. I don't make videos like, oh, I talk about people personal lives and all that other stuff. I don't do that. I'm a wrestling and basketball kind of guy who, and also maybe going to start football when the football season starts. I don't know. I might not. I might impose my prediction on who I think going to win, but I'm not going. But I'm not going to go into all the stats and stuff. And so I don't know. That's another conversation for another day. I'm making this video maybe 12, about not even 12, maybe 10 hours after the situation where Suburb and came Liv came to Houston and they had that 20 or 48-hour stream and stuff. And I gotta say, I am so fucking disappointed with both of them. I am disappointed with her. I'm disappointed with him. I'm disappointed with his friends. I'm so pissed off. I I don't talk about my feelings. I don't talk about my feelings on camera. I don't talk about my feelings here and there. Here and there because at the end of the day, my content don't need to know about how like my content that I make, I don't need to talk about relationships, love, and this and that and the third. Like literally just one video, and it's a short about Trick Williams and Last Legend getting married. And I said, hey, I was so happy. And I said I posted it because I wanted it. Was posted because it was beautiful. It was a moment in time, and that's the only thing. Okay, and it's short. You can go down. You can go and you can look for it yourself. That's the only romantic thing I posted until now. This is not my relationship. I have no dog in this fight. But I get it. But I feel like for 2 weeks as people, we watch these guys. And if you haven't, they haven't that fine too, and too. But for the people who have, for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, we have saw something beautiful, and we didn't saw something beautiful, and it's, ugh, man, I'm pissed. I don't even know what the word to say. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, and I am now pissed off that this is how it ended. I'm seeing a little bit of the stream where they did Suburb and Liv did talk, but I see the repost that she posted and did about men and stuff, and then I see how she's acting a little bit shady to Suburb a little bit, and I'm mad with that. I'm mad with Suburb because one, I didn't one let's start off with the basic. And let's start off with the basic. I didn't think Suburb fully needed to apologize. He said what he had to say. I think he didn't say it wrong. I know he said it in a maybe in a joking or kind of like half joking kind of in a kind of way to make her look like she was a dumb you know what, but he didn't mean to, but he did apologize, and I was a little bit mad about him apologizing. But what can you do? What can you do? I'm not gonna say, hey, he didn't need to. I'm saying, hey, that's something that we could. That's something maybe that conversation didn't. Maybe you apologize didn't fully need to happen, but maybe it did. It did. We don't know. I don't know. Hey, sometimes you do need to apologize. I said it in the last video. Sometimes you just gotta step up and be a man and apologize even when you're wrong. You when you don't think you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm wrong. So hey, Suburb, I give you credit for that. But overall, that segment that they did with the therapy, that was the dumbest fucking segment I have ever saw in my entire life. And I blame not just them, I blame us too, the two fans who watched them because I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Like, I did not, number one, I did not know Suburbs came out and told anybody, hey, okay, yeah, right now I can't be in a relationship. I never heard him said that once. Maybe I missed that stream. If you did, I'm sure. If you did, then you know what I mean. Maybe I missed it, but I never once heard you say no. Once heard that brother said that. But I'm going to say, but even if he did or didn't, he did tell it to her, and I was upset because she acted shady after this. And I get it because there's a difference between off camera and on camera. Or saying it off camera is one thing, but one thing. She said it perfectly. Hey, when you doing the romantic things and you doing this and that, do you really listen to something that somebody says? I understand that, and that's reasonable. But it's like, why did you like? To me, that's this segment didn't have to happen, and I'm mad with the group as well. Deuce, I think you're an L man, and I'm never watching your shit. I tell you straight and down the real. When I say something, I'm dead ass serious. Like I will go to the grave and I will say, "Yo, this is what I mean. This is what I mean." My when I say "f you," it's a wrap. I'm not in it. So you're not. I'm not trying to say none of your content, bro. You're an L man. I don't know. I don't care if Suburb told you you do this segment. I don't care about anything. It was an L man decision. And maybe he forgets you, but I don't. You don't. Sierra, you really don't, I don't blame you for anything. Anything you didn't really say anything because hey, let's be 100% honest here. You just said, hey, listen, if you know she had feeling for you, why you playing around, why you doing this, that you could make more time, like I said, said if you really want to, and that's reasonable. But it seems like you was a little bit mad as well, and I guess maybe because maybe as a fan and as a supporter and as a friend, you was upset that what he said it well. I agree with you 100%. You could find a way to make a relationship work. You can do this and then the third, and this is what and it pissed me off. And it didn't really piss me off fully. I just felt like, hey, you said it at the same time where Liv was mad with him, so it felt like a little bit of like somebody jumped on him. So that's why you see see the video of that therapy session and him at the end mad as hell. Jaden or Jalen or whatever your name is, you are a half of an L man because I'm going to be 100% honest here. Let me get this, and let me get this like a little bit better. You're a little bit of an L man because let me make this perfectly clear right now. I get you didn't want to say anything. I get you didn't have. I get you know Suburb long. You know Suburb the longest. You guys been in diapers. That's your brother. Basically, that's your brother from another mother. I get that. You know his. You know when he's mad, you want to be alone. When he's upset, and when he's happy, you want to be with people. I get that. And that. But I'll be like, I would have defended my bro. I would have defended my bro. I would okay. Number two, moving the camera to tell it that oh she's leaving the room or she's not leaving the room to talk to him. That's stupid. Okay, and then we seeing a dance off, real off and stuff. And I get why we seeing the dance off. The camera don't need to be on either one of them. But I will. But it's just stupid. It's just stupid. And I felt like you guys were trying to remove, trying to change, trying to uplift the situation where the situation didn't need to be uplifted. The situation needed to be resolved, and sure, maybe it needed to be resolved off screen, but we needed to know more. I wanted to know a little bit more, a little bit more, well, because I saw a man, and this is now going into suburb. I saw, and you know what? I'm not even gonna call him suburb. I'm calling him Jacob for this. I saw a man crying inside. Saw a man who put in everything he has on the line, and I'm seeing a man who literally trying to make it to the top, and he had to make a decision. As content creators, we all, for the people who watch it or the people who do make content, we all have the simple goal to make money. Like at the end of the day, we love making YouTube videos. We love doing this and that. We love talking to the fans. We love doing all of that. But the one thing we always do with YouTube is, hey, we need the money. Money is number one and number one. Because let me make this perfectly clear: if we wasn't making money off of this, we wouldn't be doing this and doing this. I know a lot of people who say, "Hey, if it wasn't okay," we know a lot of people who wouldn't even be doing YouTube if they wasn't making money. That's the thing. Money, 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 and money is so great, but it's a greed. It's an addiction. The fame is addiction. It's an addiction, and it's it's greed. But it's also a want, and it's also a need, and it pisses me off. And I get what and I before anybody says anything, I said this in the last video, I said this in the video before. I'm the biggest Suburb fan ever. I really was so happy I was so happy that he didn't quit streaming. I was so happy that he still did the skits. I was so happy that he put his heart and soul and he put everything into this. Left school, did he left college, he put his whole heart and soul into content creating, and it didn't start good at first, but he busted his ass and he got to the top. And got to the top, and the top for him was Streamer U. The brother lived, and I said, and he gave up a lot. Like, think about this for a minute. And I'm gonna say this one time. This brother went on a LeBron James '07 or '08 team run of the century, where it was like, hey, I had to do this. I'm on my own. I had to be the face of this brand. I had to carry this all the way to the finish line from day one to day five. And we saw, and we even saw, and we even heard it from Sierra herself. She said, "Hey, listen, if I did something, okay, I didn't even do half as much of what he did, and I was worn out and I was tired. We heard from other people, hey, they were tired and worn out. So if they tired and worn out and they didn't even do even half as much as what Suburb did, then I know that nigga was on a whole different level tired. You could have at bare you could throw a nuke at the world. That brother would have slept through it. That's how tired he was. It was because for 5 days straight he just gave nothing but content, 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 content. And even before that, from going from Houston, think about the money, think about the time, and think about the effort you had to do from going to Houston, Texas to New York, to New York to Los Angeles, California, to Los Angeles, California, all the way back to all the way to Atlanta, all the way back to Houston. That's starting off from the west, going to the east, going back to the west, going back to the east, going back to the west from where you started. That's a different breed. That's a different breed of a different character, and we give him, and I give him nothing but love and admiration. And he should have been the first name, and I said this, he should have been the first name to be called for Streamer University. But they said the best for last, and I'm so grateful that he didn't make it in. I am so grateful for that. Back to what I'm saying about the greed situation. Sometimes when you put your heart in, sometimes this is what happens when I don't like mentioning God in these videos, but sometimes God works in mysterious ways. He says, "Hey, sometimes He gives, sometimes He takes, sometimes He do a lot of things that we don't even know." And I think God gave Suburb somebody that it gave Suburb something that he maybe wanted. He may even know he wanted, but he maybe deep inside wanted. And that was love. It's not a coincidence that I don't think that coincidental that both of them met. I don't think it was coincidental that both of them was connected the way they did. I don't believe in any. I don't believe that there's any coincidental in this. I believe that maybe God worked in His way of leading them to two together, and I was happy. And as you can see, they worked perfectly for each other. She balanced him out perfectly. But in that therapy session, and now it's a video, so you guys can rewatch it and do this and that. But in that therapy session, we saw Jacob open up for the first time. We didn't see supper. That wasn't at the end when he was saying "f this" and he's saying "f this." This not gonna make me or break me. I'm going to heaven. I'm just not going to decide if I go to heaven or hell or anything else. That was a man that is crying. That's a man that is crying inside, saying, "Hey, I killed myself, so business wise, to get to a certain point, and I did everything, and I mean everything to get to the top. and he got there. He's the MVP. He deserved 5 more awards on top of that. I Ben said he said most of the like I think maybe 5 people shouldn't even be walking out with the awards. I think some of them should have been walking. I think some of them should be walking out with at least 6 of them. I don't know how many awards he award Kyle threw out, maybe 12, 10 or 12. But hey, even if I didn't even care. I didn't care, didn't care. He should have been walking out with half of them because that's how good he was. He gave his heart and soul, and he also knows that hey, after streaming you, you gotta capitalize on the opportunity. You gotta capitalize on the moment. You gotta capitalize on this and that and this and that. And he knows that, but he also knows that he has somebody beautiful. He has somebody intelligent. He has somebody who is good enough to be with him. And it's like he knows, hey, he has to nurture. You just can't go into a relationship. You gotta nurture it. You gotta show love. You gotta put effort. You gotta put passion into it. Right? And he knows that. But he also knows this opportunity don't come every day. He knows where he started and he knows he don't want to go back. And as a guy, I know that too. And I was the biggest fan of them. I wanted someone to have happiness, and it's sad that this came to this. I don't like making videos like this. I really don't because I'm gonna just say this. I'm a guy who do love romance to some degree. I do love it, not even some degree. I am a guy who loves a lot of do love romance, and I do want to see people happy, and I do see when people are good for each other. I want them to be together, and it's sad that now we might not see that. And you say, and suburbs say, hey, maybe in the future, maybe this and that, but we don't know. Maybe, yeah, okay, and we know it's gonna be, hey, and I know the saying of, hey, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. But come on, bro. It's like I'm mad with everybody in that situation. That segment should have never happened. Suburbs said it best. It should have never happened. Sub, okay, and it should have, and it shouldn't. I wish Liv would have came out, maybe took her dream and maybe said her piece, and maybe she will, maybe she won't. I don't know. I wish that maybe these two could be like, hey, okay, maybe behind closed doors, maybe they could talk about, hey, like I get what I said was wrong, but hey, I got hurt your feelings and stuff, but like I do care, I do love you, I do this and that and third, and third, and we heard from somewhere he do love her, he do, and you didn't even have to say it, we all do because, and this is what I'm saying, this is so sad that a guy that you gotta choose the grind over someone you love. You gotta choose something. I am so angry and sad because something so special could, and I said in the last video, you can balance it out. You could start maybe a real couple YouTube channels together. Maybe you could do this and that. And I understand they live in 2 different places. I think they have enough money to meet each other halfway or do something like that. I don't know. And I'm not saying Liv, she didn't give it everything she got. She did. She showed love. She showed empathy. She really did care. I think at the end she got mad and stuff. And I understand that, but the minute I saw him mad, if I was Liv, and this is why I'm just, and I'm not blaming you for not. Yeah, I know you was heated well, but I wish you would have went into the room. I don't know if you did or you didn't. And then the camera kept on moving. Thank you, Jaden. But let's just say if you did and you had a conversation with him, that's fine. By me, I'm just saying like this is 2 weeks of my life I'm never getting back. I'm gonna just say that right now. And if I feel this, and I'm gonna be honest with you, if I'm hurting for suburb and hurting for and then I don't. I feel like I'm Jim. Like I don't know, you got the like anime fans, but if you guys watch One Piece, I feel like I'm Jinbei and Jinbei at the Marine Ford when he carried Luffy to the ship where Law was on, and he woke up first from his injury, and he said a morse. if I feel defeated, if I feel so bad, if I feel heartbroken and stuff, imagine how this guy feels. Imagine how he feels. It feels. Imagine how Luffy feels, and that's how I feel. And that's how I feel with Suburb, like with Jacob, basically. This is the last video I'm making about this, and I've been contemplating on unsubscribing to every single one of them to try to get maybe a break off of it because like okay, I do want to support. Listen, I unsubscribe to both, and when I mean everybody, I mean Suburban Live. Everyone else I really didn't subscribe to really like that, but Suburban Live because I only get a break. I have other things that I do in my own personal life, and I'm not gonna mention that. That I got other things I gotta do with YouTube and stuff that will be that yes, there will be a video about SummerSlam. Don't worry, SummerSlam reaction videos are no, not SummerSlam reaction. SummerSlam prediction videos are coming out soon. I'm telling you, I'm on that. On that. It's happening. I just had to make this video because I felt like this was a bad ending to a story. Liv right now is going back to I think going back to Miami, and I don't know if maybe a Liv and Suburb gonna talk again. I don't know. We're gonna see Livburb again. I don't know, or Liv Baby or what, or Baby whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But this is a lesson for every other. This is a lesson to all men. Yes, money is important, understandable, but understandable. But when you find the right woman who says, "Hey, money doesn't," hey, like you can still be on the grind, and still be on the grind. And I can understand that, and I would still love you for that. Maybe sometimes you just need to find something, okay? And yeah, F though F Deuce definitely for what the F that segment. L half a L for Jalen. Jalen Sierra. I'm not gonna mention anything. I got over that. And and this final message, and this little, there's one last little bit I want to say. Live, Jacob, Live, aka Live, and Jacob, aka Suburb. That I should just say that. I hope this is not the end. I hope you two do get together. I hope you two do find happiness together because you two are perfect for each other. And maybe it's not right now. Maybe it's not. But maybe it is in a month. Maybe it is in 6 months. Maybe it is in a year. Don't give up on each other because you have people like me who really was hoping that at the end of this, we were going to hear a happy ending. And I don't know if you guys are still going to stream a prom. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't know. But if you are, I hope maybe that could help coordinate what happened, help heal the wound. If you're not, then I understand. And I hope we can see you guys together again. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this channel. And if you guys, yeah, I think I said it right. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I'm done. This is the final. This is the final episode of this three-part series. It should have been a two-part, but it's a three-part. Three-part. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. The SummerSlam video will be coming out. It's coming out soon. Believe me, it's gonna come out before SummerSlam. So stay tuned. And yeah, Suburb and Live. Your fans are still rooting for you. I'm still rooting for you. And I hope you guys find happiness.